Eccoci qua ragazzi, bentornati in questo nuovo video di Life is Strange Reunion. Allora, proseguiamo il ritorno di Max e Chloe, la nuova avventura. Allora, dobbiamo andare a cercare Moses.
Moses, I'm from the future. I bring dark tidings of... No, too biblical.
I told Dr. Jordan he didn't need to convince me. My own conversations with you were sufficient, not to mention your student ratings. Your intro courses are 9s in a sea of 4s. For you to be so highly regarded, especially by non-majors, is... well, very highly regarded, it seems.
Max? You okay?
No.
Sorry. Long day. You were saying?
I was just telling Moses that he is officially invited to join the Caledon faculty once he becomes Dr. Murphy next year.
Right, the job offer. I remember. I mean...
Ricordo.
It was a foregone conclusion. Moses is the best. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Non può dire che ha già vissuto queste cose.
But President Teller's plans for the physics department are very exciting.
This building is the one real investment that Caledon has made in the sciences. With 4 departments under one roof, we need to expand. And that's just the beginning. In a few years, the whole school will look like this, a cutting-edge research institution to rival MIT.
I thought most students came to Caledon for liberal arts.
Currently, yes. But if we want to remain competitive and move past the events of last year, Caledon needs to modernize. Dr. Fayyad was a great leader, and she had an eye for talent. Finding Moses was one of her many successes. But she had an idealistic streak, which reminds me, Max, do your students still have all A's?
If my students show up and work hard, they receive A's. Art is subjective.
And yet we've managed to judge and critique art for centuries, if not millennia. I see no reason to stop on your account.
Max isn't a traditional academic, but she's amazing with her students. Like you said, Yasmin has an eye for talent. She was even talking about creating a photography major.
It's not that I doubt your talent, Max. You're just a beneficiary of her short-sightedness. I mean, an instructor with no teaching experience or terminal degree, living rent-free in the house that was once reserved for visiting luminaries? It's like, how was this allowed to happen?
Wow. I do not remember this conversation being such a disaster.
Well, duty calls. Moses, contact my office if you have any questions about the offer.
Man, that guy is just dying to fire me.
Mi sta sui coglioni quello.
But you had to remember, so... You're not rewinding from later today, are you?
You're good. I'm back from Sunday.
Did you jump back into a photo? We agreed that that was too dangerous.
If you saw the alternative, I think you'd agree it was worth the risk.
What happened? Did something go wrong with the gallery show?
No, the show was great, incredible, but while I was gone, something at Caledon went very, very wrong. there was a protest about something. It turned into a riot. By the time I got back, the whole campus was on fire. Look.
That's definitely the campus on fire. Compositionally, it is a bit more abstract than usual.
I wasn't trying to take a photo. I dropped my camera when I saw you. Moses, I'm sorry, but I saw you.
Oh. Wow. Where was I?
On the roof. I tried to help, but I couldn't get inside.
Working on a Sunday. I need more hobbies. Okay. Before you came back here through the photo, did you try to rewind in the fire?
I wasn't sure if I should. I've used my powers to save people before. It doesn't always end well.
Yet you came back here. And I'm glad you did.
I've never felt so powerless before. All that destruction, and there was nothing I could do.
That's not true. You bought us time. Time that we'll make the most of. So, where should we start? Fire department? They'll just laugh at us. We should act normal. Search for clues, talk to suspects without rousing suspicion. Which is exactly what your powers are perfect for. Did we do any rewind testing when you were here the first time?
No, we just talked about my trip over hot chocolate.
Then let's change that. We'll practice your skills, and if you run into any danger this weekend, you'll be ready.
Let's get to work.
Ci alleniamo con i poteri.
Moses is right. I need to be prepared for this weekend. You really missed your calling as the host of a children's science show.
There's still time. Let's begin. What was drawn on that card?
Seriously?
I never joke about testing, Max.
And yet you're such a ham. One moment. Time to fire up my rewind powers so I can grab that index card before Moses rips it. Yoink!
Welcome back.
Who's this formidable fellow?
That is the evil sword master Frostbite from No True Samurai. Test number 1. Tell me who killed him.
I have no idea. Let me guess. I can find the answer somewhere in this very room.
Who cares? It's a one-strike question. Test failed.
You're the worst.
Vediamo un po'.
How dare Moses be good at art and physics? Some of us can barely be good at one thing. Don't worry, Swordmaster Frostbite. I'll find your killer. A high school girl? The plot thickens. But what's her name?
È palesemente quella lì, stile Sailor Moon, che è l'assassina.
Here she is. But what's your name, young Mina Hiramatsu? If I make it through this weekend, I promise to marathon your work with Moses. Okay, ask me.
Who killed Swordmaster Frostbite in No True Samurai?
Mina Hiramatsu, the badass high schooler.
Correct! Are you ready for test number 2? Please hand me the object behind that locked door.
What is he up to now? If you want me to do something other than break into this thing with a screwdriver, speak now.
I'm just observing my test subject.
Good to hear. Haven't had to break into something for a while. But it's probably just like stealing a bike. You just love watching me break things for science.
I know I won't remember it, but I still love watching it.
Damn. It's never simple in the time dojo.
Ecco, vuole verificare se troviamo un modo di non far rompere la tazza. Prendo. Allora, cosa possiamo fare cosa possiamo usare come precauzione? Allora,
A test where I get to break into things? Is Moses trying to cheer me up?
ecco, sì, usiamo il cuscino per evitare che si rompa. Ecco.
Is this a bonus rewind test? Did you want the mug to fall?
No, that's just a lucky break.
Yes.
Max, you have to unbust the door.
What? Fixing it wasn't part of the test?
I think you know that it was. Thanks. I'll put the kettle on. Meet me on the X when you're ready.
Siamo tornati indietro con la tazza tirata fuori magicamente.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. I want you to teleport to this side of the room in a particular moment. Specifically, the moment before this mug hits the ground.
Moses!
It does that
Yeah.
sometimes. I'm gonna count to 3.
Moses!
Ah!
Oddio.
Moses, unplug the kettle!
it just does that sometimes.
Guess I'll have to do this myself.
Mannaia.
Max, why'd you leave the X? What happened?
Fire happened.
Whoa. And I was just gonna let it spark. Thank you, teleporting Max.
Prego, pillone.
What?
That didn't happen before. We had hot chocolate last time, but it didn't combust. I just got back and I'm already changing things.
Mannaia.
That's fascinating. Probably best to skip on the hot chocolate today. Let's debrief when you're ready.
Please tell me you'll stop using that kettle. For all we know, it burns down the school in 2 days.
I know it's a dysfunctional relationship, but I
Okay,
can
but-
fix her. You're right, though. Consider this her official retirement party.
How are you feeling about the disaster I just dropped into your lap?
Still processing. But I'm glad we still have a chance to do something. How do you feel?
I know my powers are, well, powerful, but that doesn't mean they're dependable. This could end badly. What if it was a mistake to come back here? What if I just make everything worse?
I know there are risks. There's a reason we never tested your ability to jump into photos. But our testing has proved that some kinds of rewind are safe. If you unbreak a mug, the universe doesn't seem to care.
But this? Going back into a photo? Trying to stop a major catastrophe? This is where the bad shit starts happening.
We won't try to change everything. But if we figure out where and how the fire starts, we might be able to change the thing that matters. Let's take stock. What do we know for sure? What leads do we have?
Vin and Amanda could help us. Vin knows everything about Caledon, and Amanda knows everything about Lakeport. Too bad I can't tell them why I'm asking. They'd never believe me.
Because of the storm amnesia?
We need a better name. That sounds like a disease you get in a fantasy novel.
Well, you turned down cognitive dissonance triggered collective memory loss.
Sometimes I wish everyone still remembered. The 2 timelines and everything with Safi and me having powers and...
You could remind them. You reminded me when I started forgetting.
I was selfish. It was so scary when all their memories started fading. I couldn't stand the thought of being alone with everything again.
Understandable. But why me?
I knew you could handle it. But most people aren't you. It's better if they don't know.
Even Vin?
Vin and my relationship had the staying power of warm milk. A rewind had nothing to do with it. Besides, he's busy, hitching his star to President Teller's wagon and going for his graduate degree.
How's he doing? You guys still hang out?
We hung out last week. And a few times before that. It's fun, but simple, which is all I can handle anyway. The only thing we know for sure is that my powers are going to complicate things. They always do.
Maybe this time is different? We can't stay locked in the past.
Like I can help it. Every time a new disaster strikes, it always brings me back to the first disaster.
Chloe, in the school bathroom.
Yeah, I tried so hard to save her. And the one thing I learned is that you can't save everyone.
I'm sorry about Chloe.
And now we could lose a Loretta, or a Reggie, or a you. How are you so calm?
Because things are different. You're an adult with better control of your powers. And you have a brilliant physicist friend who wants to help.
That I do. So, who would have a motive to burn down Caledon? I saw signs of a protest, but I'm not sure what it was about.
We haven't heard from Safi since she left.
Moses. No way. I didn't see any sign of her.
Safi's a shapeshifter. She was furious with her mom and with Caledon. Could it be her?
Safi's been gone for months. Her mom isn't even the president anymore. And she works alone. A riot isn't her style.
A riot is chaos. Safi's natural habitat.
Even so, Safi may hate the administration, but she's never hurt the students. So, how do we stop a fire before it starts? Oh, right. My class starts in 15 minutes. I should cancel.
No. Don't make any changes you don't have to. If we mess with the timeline too much, we might introduce new
Già,
variables.
troppo pericoloso.
You know, I saw something in class last time. Reggie took a call and walked away when I got near. I wonder if it was about Abraxas.
Secret society. Shady calls with the Abraxas president. It could be something.
And in the fire, I noticed some Abraxas graffiti. It seemed ominous.
Text me if you learn anything. I'm gonna steal another whiteboard from engineering. And Max? Promise me you'll do whatever you can this weekend. To stop the fire. To save people if it breaks out. Anything. I know there are consequences to using your powers, but inaction has consequences too. Whatever happens, I need us to know that we did everything we could.
I think I need that too.
Have a good class.
Ah, ecco. Ok.
I'm sorry. So sorry. Crazy day. Crazy day.
Because of your Grand Gallery tour of New York this weekend? I'm amazed you didn't ditch us entirely.
Yeah, you must be freaking out. When do you leave?
Actually, there's been a change of plans. The trip has been postponed.
I'm sorry, Max. Professional setbacks are always tough. Give yourself time to grieve, okay?
Thanks, Loretta. Now, let's get to today's lesson. So, we've been focusing on composition, character of place, dynamic structure, light, balance, movement, contrast. If you've been paying attention so far, when you look out there, your eyes should find endless patterns of shapes and colors. But today, I want you to see something else entirely. I'll give you a hint. It's the most powerful element a photographer can pursue. Yet it's the one thing a photograph can never really have. Loretta, take a stab.
Perfection.
Speak for yourself.
That's a good guess. But I'm thinking of life. Human life, specifically. It's all around us. Sometimes it's overwhelming. I know it is for me. But when I turn my camera on one person and focus on trying to see them, really see them, I can feel a connection happen through the camera. So, look out there again. Find someone you don't know, someone who grabs your attention, someone you want to connect with. Your assignment today? Go take their picture.
Oh, come on, don't make us do that.
Strangers, isn't that dangerous?
Be reasonable, Max.
Now I remember, I got the same reaction the last time I lived through this day, and the assignment was a total dud. Maybe a demonstration would help. All right, you artsy introverts. I, your fearless leader, shall go first. Observe. Hey, sorry to bother you. My name's Max. I'm a photographer.
I can see that, Max.
I'm actually teaching a class, and it would save me from looking super lame in front of my students if I could take your picture.
I don't normally let people take my picture, but I'd hate to be the cause of your public humiliation. Shoot. So, why was I selected for this demonstration?
You seemed lost in your book, as if the rest of the world wasn't here. I find that kind of focus exciting.
Exciting, am I? But there's a flaw in your plan. Now that we've started talking, whatever you were trying to capture before must surely be gone.
You're right. The camera changes things. That's why I tell my students, you're not capturing reality. You're composing it.
My nerdy physicist friend tells me that's called the observer effect. Particles jumping around just from being looked at.
I have one of those too. Something about her suddenly feels very familiar.
Well, did you capture my essence? Did my intrigue translate through the camera?
I think I captured what you were willing to show me. But I never got your name.
It was so nice to meet you, Max. I hope your students found this as enlightening as I did.
My students. I almost forgot about them.
Vuoi vedere che alla fine è Safi queste?
Everything okay? That looked intense.
It was one of the most fascinating pictures I've ever taken. Now go. Spread out. Find your subject. I'll be around if you need me. Was that really Safi? With a shapeshifter, you never know for sure.
Già.
But if she's really back, hiding herself on campus days before a massive fire, that is alarming. Either way, she's gone now. I need to use this time to check in with my students and see if they know anything that could help me understand this fire. Reggie is the president of Abraxas, which is seemingly connected to the fire. And I know Loretta is somehow too. I need to talk to both of them.
Beh, ragazzi, allora ci fermiamo qui per questo video. Ricordatevi di cliccare sulla campanellina per non perdervi i prossimi video. Dai, buon gaming!